Man, I
Okay,
can't.
your computer.
I can't wait till we get a new studio.
Yes. It's gonna be so much better than the thing that it keeps cutting off
See, like
at the worst possible moment.
It's weird. My computer is not bad at all. It just has problems with Ustream. It's weird. Like, I'm not even sure.
And the internet connection is.
Yeah. I'm switching as soon as I get the chance. When did it cut off, though? What do I have to say over again? Nothing?
The minute the camera came on, I think.
Okay, well, in case you didn't hear me before, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Claws and Convo, back from our 10-minute break. If you want to get involved in the discussion, go ahead and stay in the chat, or send us emails, which is the preferred method. We would love to hear from you.
I'm going to start keeping track of it every time something breaks.
So we can just...
Starting the last episode.
So we can just start saying, Claws and Convo has broken so-and-so many times.
That's a total of 2.
We just write this down. But anyways, yeah, we have some topics that we're going to start off with. If you want to give us some, go ahead and do it as we're going, because we can cover everything. But don't go too fast, because we still have to, we'll just wait till we're done talking about whatever we're done talking about. So, a little bit of advice for you. If you have something to say about something, but we've already passed it, don't be afraid to go ahead and say it, because we will revisit topics that we just talked about, because there is a bit of a lag. So we might have to revisit everything that you put up, which is no problem at all, because we just want to hear your opinions and stuff. We call this the Jar of Penny segment for a reason, because everyone throws in their 2 cents. So let's go ahead and start off. Okay, so let's talk about... When does a con become too big? Should there be a cutoff limit? And this was suggested by Tony Otter. You know, I think cons can definitely become too big because, well, I don't know. I mean, obviously anything can become too big, but let's think of a realistic situation. Like, obviously if there was 2 million members, obviously it'd be,
there's already good correlation with, if you look at AC, it's gotten to that point where it's gotten too big to really have time to really hang out with people, actually meet up with people and hang out.
And they're practically, like Tony Otter said,
too big.
Yeah. Like Tony Otter said, last time,
it was too fast.
They're making the suitors practically run during the parades because they can't, because it takes forever to get everybody through. There should be limited just the 4 people you actually like. And what?
Hematite says they should be limited.
Limited.
Just the 4 people you actually like and not the rest.
Okay, good. People from last year at Midwest Fur Fest liked it for a reason. It was smaller than AC, which I'm going to really enjoy Midwest Fur Fest because it is smaller than AC, and I prefer slightly smaller cons. I did really enjoy AC though. Not to say anything bad about them. I think they do a really good job with how many people they have. But I think, okay, let's think of it this way. If there were a lot more people, think of a realistic situation. Let's say AC had 50,000 people going to it, and we just could not contain them all in the hotel because it's 10 times the amount that we usually have, and we just got tired of... The people that organized it were just tired of all this responsibility they had and all the stuff they had to go through. What if we just moved it to a different location instead of a hotel? How would that even work?
Like an actual convention center? Or something like that? I don't know.
Well, what's a good example?
Well, AC is at a convention center.
Yeah.
Like Woodstock.
Yeah, like Woodstock. Woodstock had 300,000 people at it?
Oh, well, yeah.
The problem with holding it outdoors is
rain.
Fursuits are very hot.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, all the hotels.
Especially in Las Vegas, as Tony suggests.
Yeah, that's in the middle of the desert, isn't it?
Yeah.
The Nevada desert. All the hotels and limited space. It has the attractions and hotel rooms. So would you limit the population of the furry Earth or city? Okay, wait a second.
Okay, now okay, I'm lost. Everyone here is lost right now.
Okay.
Don't mind me, I'm just looking at porn.
Okay, then.
I'm just kidding, I'm just kidding.
Okay, anyways, I mean, like, we got to finish what we're saying about what would we do if a hotel had a convention had too many people. I think there should be a limit on the registrations.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that, because that could be unfair to people who...
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like at AC, you guys had to register at the convention.
Mm-hmm.
They had to stand in line for hours, and for people who actually have to stand in line for hours because they don't have the money ahead of time or other stuff, they're not going to be able to enjoy it.
Yeah. Tony Otter says, I still think Fur should all pick a small state and take it over and make it 365 a day for a year for a con.
Say Iowa.
Well,
We could country, and Iowa people of Iowa are more or less open to things. And
with the amount of money that, let's say, Anthrocon makes for charity, gives us for charity, we could just buy the West and move the fuck in.
Yeah, we could.
As to the Griffin stated.
You know that I saw a picture online that was pretty awesome, and it said it was like anti-furry hate, and it said furries have raised over $10 million for like disease, 20 million for disease research and all that stuff. While insignificant little pricks like you harass them on the internet for being who they are. Makes perfect sense. I saw that and I was just like, yes! That's awesome. Hematite says if we took over Iowa, nobody would notice. Actually, Iowa's a pretty awesome state.
Yeah.
Not just saying that because
That'd
I
be okay.
live here.
Yeah.
Did you know that West Des Moines has
compares.
the best economy in the basically the United States?
Yeah,
Pretty much.
West Des Moines.
Hang on, the mic.
That thing is a booger.
Are we good?
Yep, there we go.
All right.
That thing. Just trying not to wiggle it too much.
Let's do Canada. Nobody would notice there.
Canadians are quite nice, but West Des Moines, it is one of the fastest growing population centers in Iowa, and I think one of the country because it's West Des Moines is really upper class.
Yeah,
It's like a lot of people are nice, prissy but nice, and it's really brought economic stability to Des Moines.
Yeah,
honestly,
it has.
even the East Side, which is ghetto, it's not really ghetto anymore because people are.
Just look at the area around Jordan Creek.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, I have not. I have not heard of any gang. Have you guys heard of any gang violence in the last 20 years?
Nope.
No.
The only thing we really have problems with is weed, and that's not really a problem.
Yeah.
It's a problem
That's
for
like-
cops.
2011, 2012, there was that one thing that about fairgrounds, but that was in the East Side
Yeah.
and not in West Des Moines.
Yeah, but yeah, it's pretty awesome because West Des Moines is
Yeah.
I remember. I mean, this is something Andrew was telling me last night. He actually did say that West Des Moines is the best economy in the United States. Like, it's just straight up. Like, that's so cool. Yeah. Did you know that Atlanta, Georgia, is like the second best? Would you ever have guessed that?
I would not have guessed that.
Yeah, isn't that insane? Atlanta, Georgia is just crazy.
But there's a lot of big corporations in Atlanta.
Yeah, that's true. Hematite says we could do a lotter. We could do a lotter for cons to see if you guys get in or not. Like a lottery. Lottery, okay. If you get picked, you get to go. If not, you are just kicked out or of luck. You're just out of luck, or maybe for all cons. That could work, I guess, but it's really tough to think of a solution for that. Like if so many people went. Tony Otter says let's start a movement and take over a county in Colorado.
Yeah.
Mayor, sheriff, chief, police, all furs. There we go. That would be awesome. I would totally go for that.
That actually kind of reminds me when you, that during at AC during Uncle Kage's story hour, Uncle Kage did a little eulogy for Eliminate Coyote.
Oh yeah,
And
I cried.
it was awesome.
I linked the video of it on Facebook and Twitter and all of it, and
it was amazing. Like if you show that to any furry hater, they would like completely change their mind. It's so cool.
So basically, if someone tells you furry suck, you can tell them to go fuck themselves.
On the count of furry haters and stuff like that, I blame Fox. I blame Fox News. I seriously do.
Yeah.
Fox and that show Taboo. Taboo is a horrible show.
Well, it's mostly actually CSI that
I was
started
about
everything.
to say.
I mean, it's stereotypical to blame CSI. All furries do it, but it's true because most people remember the episode of CSI.
Hasn't that show been like banned from being
I'm
played?
gonna look up that video.
I don't know.
What video?
That one from Uncle Kage Story Hour.
Let's see. He says, "Can't you just see the K for pulling over a speeder that was just traveling through the county and they knew nothing of furs?" K9, sorry. You see the K9. Yeah, that would be pretty hilarious. Uncle Kage, Lemonade Coyote. This is this like the full thing, or is this just
This is just that one clip.
Okay, you want to go ahead and play that then?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. This is an amazing clip. Tony Howder says we can counter with CSI furs and do an episode about a human sex party. There we go. Good idea right there. That's a good one. But yeah, anyways, this right here, if we can actually get Ustream to not crash. If we can get Ustream to not crash, this would be we can show this clip, which is pretty freaking cool. This is just Kage talking about Lemonade Coyote that died earlier this year.
Leave a performance on a downer, but I also want to make mention of one person that we lost only very, very recently. A fellow that I was very good friends with, and I'm sure a lot of you knew. He was Timothy McCormick. He was known in our fandom as Lemonade Coyote. One of the most adorable fursuits you've ever seen, a bright pink and yellow toonie coyote. The man inside was an emergency medical technician who worked in the city of Indianapolis. He had, I believe, at last count, more than 2,000 rescues under his belt at the tender age of 24. I remember he missed one of my story hours. He'd wanted to go, but while I was up on stage, getting drunk and making a complete ass of myself, he was responding to the stage collapse at the Indiana State Fair. Holding on to people's lives, keeping them intact until more help could arrive. He was very tragically killed when a automobile ran a red light, tragic accident, these things happen, struck the ambulance in which he was riding. He and his partner were both killed in that impact. It came as a tremendous shock, not just to the furry community, but to the city of Indianapolis. See, this guy was a furry. He was the happiest, bounciest, floofiest coyote you had ever met. But when he was not in the suit, he was an extremely gallant and brave man who made a career out of saving lives. When he was killed, I saw on the news, they took his body in an ambulance by motorcade through the streets of Indianapolis. The entire city stopped in its tracks and stood out to watch this gallant young man's body be brought through the streets. They stood in respect to this young man, this furry. This fellow who had served people so gallantly and so bravely and so well and so happily. Not just in saving lives, but in entertaining and bringing happiness to other people. I watched millions of people stop in silence and salute him. I watched the mayor of the city of Indianapolis postpone the State of the City address so as not to interfere with the funeral proceedings. I went to his funeral, his actual burial in Staten Island, and had to wait 2.5 hours in line to get past all of the heads of state and dignitaries who had been here to pay their respects. And I think he can serve as a model to all of us. Something we can throw back in the faces of all these haters out there. The next time you get someone to say, furries, you're a bunch of it," you need to tell them this story. Tell them the story of a young man who gave his life in service to others. This furry who indeed was mourned by an entire city. And when these people tell you that furries suck, you tell them that tale, you look them in the eye, and you tell them to go fuck themselves.
Yes! Oh boy. Ladies and gentlemen, oh wait, is it not over yet?
It's over.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was one of the best clips ever. Oh my gosh, I absolutely was very lucky to have been in the auditorium when he was giving that speech. So I was there when he gave that speech. But I'm definitely going to save that video and show it to all the people that, will not stop talking about how weird they think furries are. Like, that's so awesome.
There was a picture of someone wearing a tail on the people of the Our State Fair page on Facebook.
I did see a furry.
People were making rather like what the fuck in the comments, and I posted a link to that video, and that pretty much shut them up.
Nice, I like it. I did happen to see some Iowa furs at the Iowa State Fair, which was really awesome.
I didn't get to go to the fair.
Oh, it was great. I went with Rachel. I went with both Rachels actually. But no.
What did you see?
What?
Which Iowa furries did you see?
I don't remember what their names were.
Shiloh? Was one of them Shiloh?
I
Asian
think
dude?
so. No.
Oh.
But okay. Anyways,
are you just going to stand off camera
come on, sit down. Anyways,
and make it look like Dante here is talking to himself?
it looks.
Voices in his head.
I do talk to myself a lot. That is one of the most amazing clips, and here's one of the reasons why I need to save that clip for like the rest of my life, because one of my best friends, Josh Patterson, is an EMT. Okay, and he.
Sorry, your thing's.
I'll add this to your favorites.
Okay, thanks. No matter what I say to him, he still thinks that furries are just a bunch of people that have sex in suits. No matter how much I try to like talk about it.
We fly your planes, we cook your food, we patrol your streets, and one day we might even pull you out of a burning wreck.
Yes, I absolutely need to show him that clip because he is an EMT, and I think that would really touch his heart. That I just can't get over how much I love this story. Like, I remember when it first happened, and like I had never even known the guy before, but I'm sure I've seen his suit before because it looked familiar, and when we read that on the show, when it first came out, we read the news story, and we were in like a state of really quietness for the rest of the show. Like it made the entire show just solemn. Because it was just, I was like, wow, like that just really, really kicked me in the heart or the nuts, whatever you want to say. Basically the same thing. But yeah, it's that I love that story, I really do. But yeah, moving on. The other topic that Tony wanted to talk about that he mentioned last week. Thank you for remembering it, by the way, because I could not. About people joining the fandom and using it as an excuse to be jerks. What do you think of that?
That happens in every fandom.
Yeah, it does.
That happens in every fandom, but
But in the furry fandom, it seems to be a little bit more common.
no, it's more publicized because
Probably.
furries are more social, so to say.
They're more open about everything.
They're more open
They're,
to
they're
it.
an easier target.
Yes, which is good. I mean,
Which
for
is
it's bad for the
It's bad for our reputation.
it's bad for the reputation, but it's
Yeah.
good that we're really open about everything. That's what we stand for, you know.
God, what was I going to say? It's like I don't understand how people that are jerks like that. All they are they're just doing it for attention. That's all they're doing. And sorry
Yeah.
about your.
No, it's all right. It's all right.
Your thing's off.
I know.
Tilt, but all they're doing is for is attention. And all you're doing, if people will react to it, is feeding them. You
Feeding the trolls.
ignore them. Just ignore them and they die. Off.
Yup.
That's just the best thing to do.
That. But yeah, I totally agree. Like, there's so many people in the fandom that they get into it and they're like, oh, this is an excuse to pretend to be one of the furries just to, and we can't kick them out because we don't kick people out of the fandom. Like, we don't do that. Plus, how would we do that? But yeah, it's that he also said a topic that we can save for next week. This time we're going to write it down though because this week we forgot the one earlier than that. But you know, I see this a lot. Like I said, people join the fandom because it's vulnerable. Like, you know, we're just like we're probably the most open community ever. Like, period. Because I've never even heard
Unless
of-
you're a hippie commune.
Yeah.
We're not that open.
Maybe not quite that open, but nobody is that open. See, I'm thinking like just
Except
try
hippies.
Well, maybe. Okay, try and think of some community that's like more open than the furries, which is I can't even think of any.
The Japanese. They're so open about weird shit.
So are we.
Europeans.
Europeans.
Okay,
are
in
quite
Japan,
open.
there are vending machines that you put in X amount of dollars, and it gives you a random girl's cell phone number.
What?
Wow.
I'm not kidding you.
Holy
It gives you
cow.
a random girl's cell phone number to text or call.
Are you kidding me?
Nope, look
That's
it up.
insane.
And, yeah, you can actually look it up. I'm pretty sure it's real.
That is crazy.
Mm-hmm. And you said, we're open?
Well,
Japanese
Shut up.
furries.
no,
There you
what,
go.
What I mean is like we're an
Japanese
open.
are cool.
Yeah.
I don't mean like we're weird, like we're the weirdest. I'm saying like we're the open, as in we accept everything. You know, I haven't seen anything that furries have deliberately turned down, except for, I mean, you know, except for Christianity, but that's a whole nother story.
Everyone turns down Christianity.
Well, like I mean, what
Oh.
I mean is that like Christians are really judgmental, so they just like no, we don't want to have anything to do with you.
Yeah.
It's
Yeesh.
not that furries completely reject it. There are a lot of Christian furries that I know, including myself. But the Christianity in general, like the doctrines of it, are pushed away by furries, which is pretty obvious, you know.
The dogma.
Let's see. Furry follower says, in Japan there are vending machines that sell sex products. There are those in America too, except they only sell lube and condoms and like pretty basic stuff, you know, from vending machines in bathrooms. I don't know if you've seen those in gas stations.
Yeah.
They in fact do sell. There's a lot of them. I've seen quite a few of them. The first one I saw I thought was the funniest thing ever, and then I started seeing them more and often. I was like, wow, this is actually a normal thing. I didn't realize.
Yeah, it's a thing. It's totally a thing.
Yeah, you know, it's usually the case. with
Walmart
everything.
has those.
Oh yeah, that's right. Walmart Walmart has a lot of weird things.
No, Sky Mall has a lot of weird things.
What is that?
Like, if you ever listen to Bill Engvall, slippers with headlights. Or just, okay, Sky Mall has some of those random idiotic crap.
Yeah.
Like, God, I can't even remember what this one thing that I saw when my brother took a flight to Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
And he brought back a Sky Mall thing, and it was like there was something like it's something kids can look through, but it was an adult themed Sky Mall, and like kids could get a hold of this kind of crap.
Yeah.
And it was horrible. It's like, oh god.
Yeah, I know what you mean. That is terrible. Tony also said though, I mean, going on the people coming into the fandom just to be jerks. He says, with the jerks, we should be able to police the non-furs pretending to be one and cull the herd. That's true. Well, that's true. I don't know if it should be like I just don't think. How would that work?
I don't know if it would be a good idea to make it like I don't know, what's the one I'm looking for?
Click.
Not a click, like almost like a police state. That's not the word I'm looking for, but
yeah.
You know what I'm saying.
Yeah. But I don't know if that would that's not really us at all. Even if they're not furries.
Furry ethnic cleansing.
Furry ethnic cleansing. That is quite funny.
What are we, Stalin?
No,
Stalin.
that's Hitler.
It's a lot of them, really.
I'm sorry to go off topic, but
Pol Pot.
Stalin in his purges of the Russian countryside actually killed more people than Hitler did in the Holocaust.
Yes, I know.
And no one cares.
Well, because people only care about the stuff that America was involved in.
Yeah, no one cares about the millions of people that the Russians killed.
Exactly.
I mean, in the 1930s, if Stalin hadn't purged the military of so many officers, the Russian military would have been a lot more effective.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Another thing that no one really notices is witch hunts in Africa.
Or the genocide that the Russians committed on the Poles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like the 40,000 Polish officers they found in a mass grave outside of Warsaw.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so Tony Otter says, as a volunteer at a con, we were told to not interrupt people being jerks, to contact security as to not upset the guest. Because they want them to buy a ticket next year's round. Guest equals con-goer. Yeah, I can see that, but I think if it gets out of hand, you definitely
if
should
someone's
do something.
being a jerk,
like people doing the cinnamon challenge.
Someone's got to deal with it.
Like like people doing the cinnamon challenge over a ledge just to deliberately try and throw up over the edge.
Yeah.
That needs to be taken care of,
Yeah, because maybe they might be one admittance for next year, but it might be 3 dozen that were offended by this one dick that will not come.
Exactly.
Next year.
That's a good point. Like some people will not even come back just because of the person, just upset their con experience, which I can definitely see happening. But this has always been a really big dilemma, something that I never really thought of. This is a really good topic to do, because my favorite kind of topics are ones that I don't directly have an answer for, that I can actually get everyone else talking about it instead of just myself, because I don't have the answer for everything, obviously. I don't try to sound like I do, but sometimes I do by accident. But this one is a really tough one. Like, I don't even know what I would do. He says, know a lot of furs that were bullied in school. Fandom's full of them, and they feel that the fandom is turning into that. Yeah, that's kind of true. Like, the fandom used to be, I mean, when it first came out, it was just a bunch of people getting together because they like furry animals, and this was a place where no one could make fun of them for it. And it's become bigger and bigger, to the point where there's more and more people like this in the fandom. I completely agree with you. I've seen this happen several times. Some people go to furry cons just to point and laugh at all the furries. There's a lot of people that go to cons for that. Yeah, and he also says, and they're staying away from cons or quitting the fandom, which is really sad. We're getting more furries that are either quitting or just like staying home. And yeah, this is another reason why it definitely should not go mainstream. I hope the furry fandom never goes directly mainstream.
The fact that Disney wanted to.
Your mic's messed up again.
How do I fix that?
There, it's working.
Alright.
When you tapped it.
That and the fact that
Now it's broken. Stop playing with the microphone.
Hold on. Try again.
Yeah, it's working.
That and the fact that Disney is trying to buy. Disney's contacted several prominent furries in the community and tried to buy their character.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, seriously. And
Is
it's
that
like,
actually a real thing?
I've heard about
Apparently
it,
it
but
is
I
a
hope
thing.
it's a rumor.
Yeah, because I haven't heard it. I think it's just a rumor started by somebody that just wants to, just to say, I don't know. Like, I'm hoping that it's just a rumor because that's absolutely ridiculous.
Okay, I know, random off topic, but it's like about a week or two ago at the Hy-Vee that I work at, which is kind of just like a grocery store. But there was the Blank Park Zoo was trying to drum up business, so they actually had someone at our Hy-Vee dress up in a kangaroo fursuit.
Really?
And I knew the guy that did it, and oh my god, I kept saying to him, "Dude, you need to drink lots and lots and lots of water. Drink water, dude."
Yes,
And
you
he was
do.
handing out suckers. And
Nice.
it was hilarious. I have a couple terrible pictures I got of him, but yeah, he had to do the suit for like 2.5 hours.
Wow.
And Hy-Vee, it's nice and cool in there, but still, he
Yeah.
was not prepared.
Yeah, yeah.
On the
You
thing,
are not prepared.
on that whole thing with Disney trying to buy people's characters. Here's the thing: if you want these characters, if you want rights to these characters, don't buy the characters. Hire the furries.
Yeah, because furries are really creative people, and this is what they're good at. Creating characters.
Or make your own.
Yeah. Or
hire
make
the
your own.
furries to make one for you.
Yes,
Because
instead of stealing
because
their characters.
Apparently, Disney has run out of imagination lately.
Yeah.
You could probably tell.
Yeah, Tony Otter also says...
DreamWorks no
People
longer
are-
dreaming up imaginative things.
Tony Otter-
DreamWorks woke up.
Yeah,
DreamWorks is not sleeping anymore.
it's a nightmare.
Tony Otter, going off of what he said earlier about people quitting the fandom, he says, or they get drunk and act like jerks. It's
Why would you
true.
go to a con to get drunk like that? It's like, don't go to a con just to party and crap.
That's what bars are for.
Yeah, seriously. And even if you...
I'm okay with bringing a bit of alcohol, but,
That's still technically, public intoxication. So
yeah.
I just-
I'm
But
getting
still,
tired.
Yeah. We have another topic, but that Tony said earlier, but I want to write that down and save it for the next part of the show. But before we end, we got to do the impersonation. It doesn't have to be very long. I just
The
want to
improv?
do it. Yeah. Well, actually, we don't really have to do an improv thing. I just want to do the punchline. Okay,
Yeah.
are you ready for this, guys? We're gonna do a
Little joke.
a little impersonation of a Jehovah's Witness trying to reach furries. Knock, knock, knock.
Open the door.
Hi, sir. Would you like to hear more about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?
No. Also, I jack off to animal porn. Slow. It was funnier the first time we actually...
I love that, though.
You have failed me, my son.
I'm sorry, Master. Please give me another chance. Please don't whip me.
It was funnier when we actually first thought of this, but this is...
You ruined it by making it obvious.
Yeah.
Okay. Go off of what I just said.
all
Please,
you-
Master, don't whip me again.
Oh, God, I gotta...
You have failed me for the last time.
Oh no! Don't get out the cat of nine tails. Ah!
Bow down, motherfucker.
I thought this was supposed to be a happy religion.
You have upset the Lord.
This is nothing like that said. Okay. Anyways, we want to write some skits for the future.
Now suck my dick in the name of Jesus.
But sir, doesn't the Bible say that you're not supposed to? I can't say that. Doesn't the Bible say that you can't do that? Or our Jehovah's Witness version of the Bible says you can't do that?
You moron. Don't you see?
I don't have any eyes though. You plucked them out. So I can't see. Unless you're using logic, which, even then, no. Because I can't see logic. I don't have any eyes.
You do not see logic because you are It is not of the dark side.
Okay, Tony Otter says, draw a chalk outline outside your door and throw some Jehovah's pamphlets around it. Chalk outlines are the ones that are used to like keep out enemies or something like that.
Like dead bodies.
Oh, there we go. Okay, I was thinking of something completely different.
Derp.
There we go. That's hilarious. Good job. But yeah, it looks like it's about 7:07. Kai is getting tired, and I need to do some shopping.
Tired, Rose, tired.
Next week, I want to write something.
Won't you not be here next week?
Oh, sorry. Thank you for saying that. Ladies and gentlemen, I will not be here next week. Do you want to still do a show?
I do want to do a show.
Okay, Stryker will be doing the show next week. I will not be here. Kai will not be here.
I'll be here.
I'll be
next
gone.
time.
He'll be here like 2 weeks from now.
Yes.
But because I'll be going to my dad's birthday, and I kind of want to go to that. So we hope you guys have a great show anyway. I'm sure you will, because Stryker does a pretty good show by himself. I've seen him.
Kind of.
Well, I've seen them. They're actually not too bad. I like them. I like when you get out your guitar. It's freaking cool. But anyways, yeah, it looks like it's about time to wrap it up. So thank you guys. By the way, special thanks to Tony Otter for giving us topics. We really enjoy those, and it really helps us out. So thank you guys so very much for watching the one and only Claus and Convo. We will not be here same bat time, same bat channel next week. I have been your host, Dante Padfoot.
I'll be here.
Oh yeah, sorry, I won't be here. So Claus and Convo will be here next week, same bat time.
We never go away.
I've been your wonderfully foxy host, Dante Padfoot.
We never go away. Like chlamydia.
I am Stryker Chihuahua.
And I'm the Roo that says random stuff.
All right. Once again, thanks you guys for watching. We'll see you next week, or Stryker will. What else was the last thing I was going to say? Death to tyrants and long live King Richard.
Hopefully it doesn't crash this time when the crush roll. Don't whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy. No whammy!